Hey guys, it's Spike here. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I just haven't really been thinking about it. But I got some Jeff Hardy armbands. If you know what these are, Jeff Hardy wears them in the ring. He's a wrestler. Yes, I am a wrestling fan. Um, all right. So I wanted to ask a very simple question. A question many people have asked. A question very hard to answer. A question that we can discuss for a long time, yet very people do anything different to change one simple fact about this. And this very question is, why can't we all just get along? Now, I'm sure we can come up with lots of answers. People are different, they have different ways of thinking, and sometimes that conflicts. People don't always like seeing things that are outside of what they've known. People sometimes have the ability to become disgusted by something that they don't understand. People sometimes have the ability to have opposing viewpoints that people are so sure about and so adamant about that it becomes hard for them to get along. Now, this is an answer. But my question is, how are we going to solve this? How are we going to handle this? How are we going to learn to get along? First of all, and this is just what I say to people, if you want to make a better world with me, you got to do this. If any of you disagree that any of this would make a better world, please tell me as such, because I think it would. 1. Get rid of your prejudices at all costs. Get rid of any presupposed ideas, whether it be based on one's religious beliefs or lack thereof. Hint, the world would probably be a better place if religions didn't preach that other people were going to hell. And that starts a whole other topic. But, let go of your prejudices, whether it be because of someone's religious beliefs, whether it be because of someone's political beliefs, whether it be because of someone's musical tastes, skin color, anything that makes someone something that you might not agree with. Let go of your prejudices and get to know the individual. Stop acting like a little bigot. Stop acting like you have the right to judge other people, and let go of your prejudices, because the world would be a much better place if you did. Second of all, don't act like the world revolves around you. Understand that not everything's going to go your way. Understand that people aren't always going to do exactly what you'd like them to do. Sometimes you just have to deal with that fact. You don't need to always be worrying about how other people are wronging you. Worry about your own self. And that's another thing. If you want to make this world a better place, you got to worry about yourself and stop complaining that other people aren't doing it. If you just follow what everyone else does, that's what makes the world bad. Because someone's going to be selfish. And then when other people say, because that person's going to be selfish, I'm going to be selfish. And then we just have a world full of selfish people. Someone has to step up and say, this person's being selfish, but you know what? I'm not going to be selfish. Because I understand that I will be making the world a better place by not being selfish. And then set an example for this person not to be selfish. But someone has to break the cycle. Do you have the guts to let it be you? Or are you just going to sit around and follow everyone else? How else do we make the world a better place? Let people live. Seriously. Let people live. There's only so much you can tell people. This is one of the hardest things for me, is to let people live how they choose, because I have very strong ideas myself. But one of the things we need to do is allow people to live the life they want, rather than trying to tell them how to live. And the more we tell people how to live, the worse it gets. Because people aren't going to follow it when someone says, you need to do this, you really need to do that. People aren't going to listen to that. People don't want to hear a bunch of crap for the way they live. They want to be able to live the way they choose. Whether or not it's detrimental to their health, to whatever. There comes a point where you just gotta let them live. Let them discover for themselves. Tell them your opinion, sure, but let them discover for themselves. Another thing, open your minds. You need to be able to listen to and hear opinions different from what you've known, different from what you believe, and be able to take it in without getting upset. Another hard thing for me to do. Hearing an opinion that's not your own, for a lot of people, just sets them off. Myself, formerly included, and still occasionally included in that. You know, it just bothers a lot of people so much to hear someone say something that they don't agree with. We need to let go of that. We need to learn to open our minds to opinions that aren't ours. To stop being afraid of different ways of thinking because it's not what we've always thought. Break tradition. To make the world a better place, we need to let go of old traditions. We need to let go of old ways of thinking without evaluating them, and evaluate them. We should not keep them for the simple fact of their tradition. Many traditions are flawed, and when we judge those who do not go with these traditions, it creates a problem. What if people do not feel like these traditions match who they are? What if people do not feel like these traditions are fair? Should these traditions stay in place? Should these people be silenced, ridiculed, hated for speaking out against their tradition that they're honestly just thinking about and trying to see if there's a better solution than the current tradition we have? There are many other things we could do to make the world a better place. But when it comes to getting along, I think that if we can try to do all these things, the world will be a better place. But I think one more important thing is empathy. Care about other people. Don't worry about what they think about you. Actually be concerned for their well-being and your own. If we do this, if we truly care about each other, then yes. If we can truly care about each other, I think that we can get along. It's Spike here. Peace out.